Hello my friends, this is the video that I made on NIO just 8 days ago, to be exact on June the 1st of this year, when the price of this asset was, as you can see right here, at $5.6 mark. And at this point, my main assumption was that this asset is set to hit higher targets. The first price target was this previous swing high at $5.8. The second price target was this range of resistance at around $6.05. It is the confluence with this top as well, and the third price target is $6.55. And guys, take a look right here. This is the actual price action of NIO, and I made my previous video when this asset was at this very point. And since I made it, this asset went up. It hit exactly as I predicted, $6.05, had the first reaction, then it broke it to the upside, and it was a false breakout. You can see that it went lower exactly on the next trading session, and it is in downtrend for several days for now. Guys, this is another evidence of the power of technical analysis, and if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to enhance your trading skills, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Patreon account. And guys, this is the post that I wrote on January the 30th. It is a public post that you can find on my Patreon. It is pretty much all trade alerts that I made from December the 1st to January the 30th. These are the results of these alerts. You can see that all of the trades were in profit except this one on December 19th. TRWV hit a stop loss order, and we've lost about 1.33% on this trade, but all other trades are in green. That is why you can use these trades in your personal trades as a part of your due diligence. So guys, you've seen many of my trade calls, all delivering strong returns in just hours. Now it's your turn to trade smarter. Join my Safe Haven Patreon tier, built for traders who want consistency, structure, and real results. You will get a detailed plan to protect your portfolio, monthly one-on-one Zoom sessions with me, and private Discord access with all trade alerts, lessons, and exclusive updates. And here is the best part. If you don't earn more than your subscription price within 30 days, you will receive a full refund, no question asked, as long as your trading account balance is at least $2,500 and you've taken all the recommended trades during the period. No excuses, no fine print. You profit or you don't pay. Join today and let's start building your edge in the market.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
So, and on today's video I will show you what was the reason of this substantial decline in NIO share price, how NIO tries to solve their fundamental problems, and what should we expect next in the near and medium term perspective. So, first of all, let me pay attention to the news. That was the reason of, first of all, I want to pay attention to the good news. And here is the cnvpost.com website. And I have to admit that the majority of these news are quite positive. You can see that 2 days ago it was published this article that is titled "Analysts expect NIO to sustain non-GAAP profitability in Q2 on strong SUV deliveries." And definitely it is a good news that fundamentally allows NIO to hit much higher targets with their share price. And at the same time, guys, this is the main contributor, one of the main contributors for this news. Its title, this article was published on June the 9th, and it's titled "NIO dominates China's large SUV market with 4 models in May's top 10. Well, in general, you know that the higher the price of certain car is, the more money the company can earn with this particular model. Let me quote you this. The third generation NIO ES8 saw retail sales of 11,472 units in May, topping the sales chart in China's large SUV market for the 6th consecutive month. The Onvo L80 Onvo L90 and NIO ES9 all ranked among the top 10 in large SUV retail sales for May. And definitely these top tier models are extremely important for NIO, because on the one hand it is the top contributors of the NIO revenue. At the same time, it is the top contributors in NIO net margin, because it is very profitable platforms, and with these sales, with this top tier sales among the entire Chinese market, these cars allow NIO to hit their main goal to be consistently profitable on GAAP and non-GAAP basis. At the same time, guys, NIO faces some problems with US blacklist, some of US blacklists. Here is the article that was published just yesterday, and it's titled US adds BYD, NIO and EV supply chain firms to military linked list. Let me go to this. Critics argue that expanding the list to car companies like BYD and NIO reveals how ridiculous the justification is. The Pentagon's latest list targets core companies in China's EV and autonomous driving supply chains. And here is the answer from NIO related to this inclusion. NIO pushes back against Pentagon's Chinese military company label. NIO said the list is not a sanctions list and will not impact its business or securities trading. NIO said it will proactively engage with the US Department of Defense to correct the inclusion, taking legal action if necessary. And guys, in my opinion, this list is some kind of a list of tariffs from the US government in order to protect their market. And I don't think that it is a fair play from the United States of America, but at the same time I see that everything might happen on the market, and we might see quite similar news that certain companies, certain Chinese companies especially, might be included in several so-called black lists, which will block them to have a higher expansion on the US market. That is why, guys, in my opinion, NIO is this is the reason why NIO is in downtrend, and I believe that this trend will continue. On top of that, let me remind you that the US stock market in general is in medium, at least medium-term downtrend, because wait a second, I will show you in details the QQQ index. For the last several days, from the end of last week, this asset lost to the lowest point that was established just yesterday, more than 8.28% of its value. And in my opinion, it is not the end of this correction. In my opinion, we might see lower price points. That is why NIO might go lower as well. And let's continue with the technical analysis. But before we dive deeper right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, let me show you one more time the trick that I use quite often in order to let's say project the closest, closest upcoming movement for Chinese stocks. If you type 9866 ticker symbol, it will be the same exact company. You can see it is NIO Incorporation Class A stocks on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. And for today's session, you can see that NIO lost more than 7.5% of its value. And in general, the market in China is in red. That is why, guys, we might see quite similar movement to the downside that will that might, let's put it this way, that might even break this bottom. That is why, guys, be cautious with any of your position. Let's zoom out to hourly time frame and let me show you what level of support this asset might achieve. So if I pull, let me delete unnecessary tools. Let me delete this one. I don't need it anymore. We already hit one-to-one extension with this ABC correction to the downside with this one, but it is not the end, and potential. Wait a second. Let's make it. Okay, I don't need it. Let's delete this tool, and if I pull Fib retracement tool from this bottom of the wave that was established on February the 2nd to this top, You can see that this asset broke the golden pocket range. It broke it again with the yesterday's session, and the next point of control is $4.95, and it is the confluence with the round number $5 mark, and with this $4.83, which was the structural level of support from the previous price actions. That is why, guys, in my opinion, let's delete this green rectangle for now, and let's identify another range of potential support where we might see at least a bounce to the upside. And guys, this rectangle, I believe that NIO will achieve this rectangle if it breaks this bottom, and I think that it will happen on today's session. And this could be, it is not an obligation, it is just my assumption, this could be the level of trend reversal, potential trend reversal, and at least a bounce to the upside. That is why, guys, be cautious with your long positions, and see you in the next video. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium